Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast right now between KHB and um, Narmendariz. I'll just call him NA throughout the rest of the match so I don't get any choked up right now. Still trying to figure out what the lag issue is. I think I've gotten it down a little bit more. The lags don't seem to be popping up quite as much. So, wow, first time Naz says, "Wow, this is the first time anyone's been favored over me in a particular 1v1 matchup. So this is in fact a ladder game." So KHB versus NA here on Metapolis, using that chrono boost, trying to build up more units right now. You have a single pylon now moving out, and KHB spawning as Teran. So this should be a very, very good game. Sucks because you get bad points for beating them. Like if I win probably 20 points. It's very, very disheartening when you try to play a game and you play a game and you play a game and you work hard and you try your best and you barely squeeze out a victory, and then you get 2 points. Your heart just sinks. You're like, oh, the past 30 minutes I've been, it was a back and forth game, great game, only 2 points for the ladder. Like, how is that going to help my ratings? Right now we have a SCV going out to do some scouting, now getting that second or getting that barracks in order to try to complete this. Over here, KHB not getting not getting that gas earlier. I want to see KHB's build order in particular, as I want to see when he gets his gas. Okay, so he does get his gas at 13, so that's a pretty standard build. I think that's when I get my gas, but KHB obviously better than me right now. We have an SCV now heading out to scout. Oh, and we have Naz getting a cannon on his front door. So that's going to be interesting, as I don't think he's going to be quite ready, or KHB's the strategy is going to be quite different right now, as KHB is going to have to deal with a cannon on his front door, photon cannon taking some damage, as probe now coming off the line in order to try to fight back, but I don't think he was able to come back in and do any scouting. So Naz or NA not done any scouting whatsoever on NA, doesn't know if he's going for gas or what exactly his strategy is going to be. Forge first is a very, very strange build. And I've never seen it actually, so Forge first is gonna be a little strange. We'll see how this really works for him and whether it really works out against KHB, as KHB now going to finish off this wall, and a single probe is now running loose in this base, but that probe will not be able to make it out very well, as the Marine is able to, if he just right clicks on it, should be able to take it down. Here comes that probe, down it goes. Oh, down it goes. So now we have a single Marine still in the base, but we have a pylon sitting in the back. Oh, and Naz just doing a good job. Is going to be able to warp in units on that backhand side. I don't know if KHB is going to be quite ready for that either. We'll see if we have any early warp gates now. Double gas already brought into play, and now that first gateway, and we also have saying, damn, you blocked it off, so he's unable to really scout into position. But right now KHB doing a great job just expanding right now, taking a very gutsy move, taking this center expansion with those high yield minerals. We'll see how this really works. He does in fact have an orbital command station, so he may decide to save up those mules in order to, no, not saving up those mules, he did a scan, I believe. Yeah, doing a scan into this base in order to figure out what the strategy is going to be. So not using it for a mule. I agree with that decision wholeheartedly, as he did not get a good look into the base earlier with that SCV right there. That is my phone. Anyways, right now we have a KHB now moving out with 3 Marines. Those Marines will not be able to take down this front door with those 2 photon cannons. So Naz pretty much playing a pretty sneaky tech right now, dropping in additional gateways and also getting those cybernetics core, and going to start massing up a lot of probes right now. Taking a look at the probe count. Come on, let me double click one. There we go. Wow, maxing out on probes. He does not need to produce any more probes unless he is ready to expand right now. 25 probes is more than you need in order to fully mine out from here, but perhaps he has another strategy instead. Right now, he should probably be researching Warp Gate already. Not quite sure why he isn't. And now, is he researching Warp Gate? No, not researching Warp Gate yet. Now getting the Twilight Council, and now finally researching that Warp Gate. and those all of these should be researched in just a second. But the back pylon was now taken down, so that back pylon was taken down. No real way to do a quick warp in. Now Marines coming in. Naz going to NA going to quickly find out that this pylon will not be able to stand up. That probe needs to be moved away. The probe desperately trying to run away right now. Fragmentations of that pylon being left behind, moving off into that high ground. Marines are not chasing up, so a little bit surprised by that. We'll see how this all really works out. I wonder if you can warp into a location where you don't have sight. So if you build a pylon here, can you warp in units up here? I'm not 100% sure about that. Perhaps if you have an observer in that position right now. We have some SCVs already moving out from KHB. KHB also getting an orbital command over here as well. Let's see if he's going to be starting to call mules towards that backdoor position right now. Gateways now being upgraded to warp gates right now. So we have 4 warp gates and a dark shrine. So most likely going to be using this for Dark Templars. So I'm going to be warping in Dark Templars. We have a single pylon up in that position. So wow, if he's going to able to warp in those Dark Templars in just a moment, we'll see how much longer it's going to take for that. For this Dark Shrine to complete right now. Dark Shrine halfway nearing completion. Marines just sitting in here, taking a look at the unit overlay right now. Units are 36 probes, only thing that NA has compared to 30 SCVs right now. But I think that KHB has a much better gold saturation at this point, as he is mining from this particular position while this place has been fully mined out right now. Looking at this, he can warp in 4 units, waiting for that Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine almost there, needs about another 10-15 seconds and it's going to be done. And now a probe now heading out. The probe coming into this position. I do not see any warp prisms, and ooh, getting taken down by that planetary fortress. So that's a planetary fortress, not an orbital command. That may be bad right now. Oh, and now we have those Dark Templars. Dark Templars now moving in, trying to head in off to that north-hand side. Let's see if he's going to be able to catch, going to be able to try to take down one of those supply depots. Just trying to take down that supply depot. Supply depot already down and getting lifted off, and now trying to take down that supply depot. Another supply depot taken down. Turrets are already in position. SCV is going to be trying to fight back, trying to take down that turret. Turret down to 33-0 hit points, and now those Dark Templars quickly trying to take down that orbital command. Orbital command does a quick scan, and he's going to have to move away with those Dark Templars if he wants to continue to use them. Trying to take down those units down to 330, lifting it off to try to get it up in the air, currently burning. And wow, this is really, really unexpected. KHB trying his very best to continue to fight back at this point. We'll see how this really works out as those Dark Templars are still trying to push in right now. We have those Dark Templars just trying to take down these units, able to take down a lot of those SCVs right now, and now a Stalker now being warped in. So a Stalker being warped in, plenty of units to continue to warp in at this point. It currently has 2 Dark Templars, 1 Stalker, and now more Dark Templars trying to come in, trying to take down this single factory right now. He should probably switch back over towards this particular location. The Stalker now trying to fight back over here. We have this orbital command down to 34 hit points, but it's not going to be able to survive. And a mule being called down. Why would a mule be called down here? It was supposed to be a scanner sweep, but that did not quite work out there. So Banshee's now trying to be up in the air, trying to fight back against these 2 Dark Templars. Dark Templars still the bane of the human army. Very, very nicely played so far right now. And now Stalkers continue to warp in with some Zealot support or Zealot support right now. A secondary command center being built, most likely to try to grab an orbital command. A 3rd command center being built, actually. So all KHB has is this single position right here. Banshee's up in the air, trying to fight back against those Stalkers. Stalkers getting shot down, and now we have the single Raven dropping a point defense drone, taking down those, gonna start trying to take down those Templars right now, and NA, KA, or KHB somehow able to fight this attack back right now. This poor factory is going to start burning. SCV quickly on the job, trying to repair it right now. Single pylon, this proxy pylon from NA, doing a very, very good job of just warping in units halfway across the field. This is a very nice use of that warp in feature right now. And NA is currently sitting with 4 warp gates, still able to warp in 3 Dark Templars anywhere he wants at any given time. Taking a look right now, the cooldown on those warp ins still being brought. More units over here. I do not see any units within the single base itself. Here's that Dark Shrine. So that Dark Shrine basically indicating what Terran's players need to look out for if they're afraid of Dark Templars right now. A single command center now moving out, and that is not a good direction for KHB's command center to be going, as those Templars or those Stalkers are going to be warping in just a second. Yeah, here it comes. More Stalkers being warped in, but does not see this command center, so a lucky break for KHB. Now trying to take down some of these Banshees. Banshees do not have Cloak, no Fusion Core. Oh, the Fusion Core has been dropped down, and now Cloak, I think, has now finished being researched. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between KHB and NA here on Metapolis.